All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. A salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick video, speaking on prophecy and these last days that we're living in. All right, because if you see what's going on in the world right now, you have all the prophecies that the Lord spoke about are taking place. All right, whether you want to believe it or not, all right, whatever excuse you have, that doesn't negate the fact, all right, of reality of the prophecies are speaking loud and clear. All right, so I want to start off here in 2nd Ezra 6:9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." So Esau being in rulership right now, it's clear and evident that his kingdom is coming to an end. All right, and guess what? That's how we know when the Lord's going to return and establish his kingdom, all right, which is going to be a righteous kingdom here on earth. And that's why it says and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, because now the Israelites are going to rule. No more Edomite rulership, all right? And these are the times we're living in. We're living in the translation period, all right? The transferring right now of power, okay? We're living in the end days of this kingdom, all right? The end of the world, so to say. As it says here, for Esau is the end of the world. Meaning what? The end of this rulership, this wicked rulership, this kingdom, all right? And the Lord told us what was going to be happening right before he returned, okay? This is 2nd Ezra 9:1. "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before." All right, so what is how are you to measure the time diligently? By watching the prophecies. All right, those are the signs. All right, that is speaking about. All right, the signs of the times. All right, and guess what? The signs are taking place. All right, let's go on. It says, "Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." And he's visiting the world. How's he visiting the world? Well, I'll read the next verse. It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." So what is taking place around the world right now? You have this the coronavirus spreading at an alarming rate. All right, you got earthquakes taking place all over the world. The main ones that have been taking place lately is Puerto Rico. All right, you had one I think just either yesterday or today, this morning, maybe yesterday. One in Turkey. It was a 6.8 that killed a bunch of people. All right. You got the Philippines ain't looking too good right now with that volcano about to erupt. Okay, there was I believe there was something I can't remember exactly what it was. Something happened out there in Japan. All right, but nonetheless, you have uproars of the people throughout the whole earth. All right, you got the Yellow Vest protests. You got people rioting in Iraq. All right. And more places, man. Just Google, do a Google search of all the people protesting and rioting. Okay, even in China, they had recently these protests, and now they got this whole pestilence out there, the diseases. Okay, and you got wars and rumors of wars. All right, commotions. Okay, all this is taking place because these are the beginning of sorrows, man. This is the beginning of the end. All right, and the Lord's return is nigh at hand. All right, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 5, "For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs." So there you go. The Lord is showing you these signs that he's about to end this kingdom. All right, he's about to end Esau's world. All right, he's about to end this atrocious society, man. Okay, and rightfully so. So let's go to Matthew chapter 24. All right, this is Matthew 24, and I'll start at I'll go to verse 6. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And what's it mean by the end is not yet? Meaning the end is not going to be immediately, tomorrow, just because you're hearing of wars and rumors of wars. No, but the end is coming. All right, it's a progressive buildup to the battle of Armageddon. All right, or the apocalypse, so to say. All right, the war of Armageddon will be fought in the Middle East, which is what is going to be referred as World War III. All right, the scriptures tell you about the first and second woes have passed, and the third woe cometh quickly. That's talking about the three world wars, man. All right, but what we understand that we're getting to the end. All right, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." All right, and that's taking place right now as you speak. Among all the nations are stirring up, especially against America. All right, you got nations, America fighting nations out there in the Middle East. You got America's allies starting to hate the whore of pursuing Revelation 17, Revelation 18. Okay, all these prophecies are taking place. All right, they're gonna start pushing out the mark of the beast, which is the microchip, RFID microchip, on a mandatory level. Okay, it's gonna become mandatory one of these days. Okay, and that's when the prophecies are really gonna start coming back to back. All right, because here it is, 2020. What, today's the 24th. All right, and look at everything that's happened just in 24 days. All right, and this is the year of prophecy. And look, the Lord is bringing his prophecies to pass. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." And these are prophecies that the Lord said that would be taking place. All right. It says, "And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." So all those things are taking place, man. Verse 8, "And all these are the beginning of sorrow." So guess what? It's going to be a lot worse. It's going to get even worse. Okay. It's just going to continue to escalate. All right, and progressively just get worse for you people out here, man. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16. I'm going to jump to 18. It says, 2nd Ezra 16, verse 18, "The beginning of sorrows." All right, what's the beginning of sorrows? What we just read in Matthew 24, the wars, the rumors of wars, or commotions. Like I believe in Luke 21, it says, well, let me go to that real quick. I think it says commotions, wars and commotions. Let's see here. Luke 21. Yep. Luke 21:9 says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. All right, so the end is not immediately again. You go into that word, by and by. All right, it ain't gonna happen just because you hearing of wars. The Lord ain't coming tomorrow, but he's coming soon. Because what? These are the signs that he gave us. All right. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra. Right, these are just the beginning. This is the beginning of the end, and it's gonna get a whole lot worse. All right. This is 2nd Ezra 16:18 again. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So this is the evils have begun to come, man. The Lord has begun to visit the earth. Okay, you see the uproars, you see the natural disasters, all right, the famines, great death, and this is just the beginning. So imagine when the Lord is the day of the Lord, man. Imagine that day, how hectic and chaotic it's going to be out here in the world. All right, when all these prophecies are in full effect. All right, great death around every corner. All right, mourning everywhere. People just sorrowful. All right, it says, "Behold," verse 19, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges." So, these people ain't gonna repent. The majority of our people is gonna be put to death because they're not taking heed to the scourges. All right, they're not taking heed to the signs. All right, that the prophets have been speaking about. All right, we've been warning you. We've been blowing the trumpet. We've been telling you that this is coming, and look, now it's here. The beginning of sorrows have begun, and now a lot of you people are shit out of luck. All right, now you just waiting on the missiles, really. All right, if you even make it, because again, the missiles, that's gonna be the end of it. All right, that's gonna be the end of all this. Okay, that's the finale. But if you even make it that far, you're gonna have to go through all these mournings, these sorrows, all right, these great death. You might starve to death. You might get shot down in the streets, beat to death, raped to death, all kinds of ways to be put to death, man. That's what the Lord's got coming in. You might catch a disease, okay? So there you go, man. A lot of you people got nothing but great death coming your way. All right, so let's go back to Second Esdras. What was this? Second Esdras chapter 9. I want to get a point here. This is Second Esdras 9, and I'll read 6 again. It says, "Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders, and powerful works, and endings, and effects and signs." So the Lord's going to bring those powerful works, which is going to be his wrath, man. All right, his indignation. The Lord got a controversy with all you people, man. Verse 6, "Even so the times," verse 7, "and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils." What are the perils, man? The sorrows that are coming, all right? The war, all right? The earthquakes, the pestilence, the famine, the sword. There's men, all right, men, women, and children, of course, but the mainly beginning with the men of the Lord, the prophets, his servants. They're going to be saved through what? Their works and their faith, and they're going to be preserved from the perils. So Lord's will we be part of that number. We're going to be protected in that day. The Lord's going to have a hedge of protection around us. Okay, it says, "Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning." So the Lord has sanctified, all right, certain men to be saved in these last days. But for the wicked, he's sanctified you to be destroyed and to receive a judgment. Okay, receive death. All right, so we'll end that out on here. This is Psalms 32 and 10. It says, Psalms 32 and 10, "Many sorrows shall be to the wicked." There you go. Many sorrows are on the way for you wicked people, man. And this is just the beginning of sorrows. And you already see people losing their minds, man, not knowing what to do, catching all kind of hell. Well, this is just the beginning. All right. "Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in the Lord Yahweh, mercy shall compass him about. Be glad in Yahweh and rejoice, ye righteous, and shout for joy, all ye that are upright in heart." So there you go, man. Again, those ones that are sanctified from the beginning, all right, to be preserved from the said perils. Guess what? The Lord's going to have mercy on them, and he's going to compass them about, man. Mercy shall compass him about. All right. But that's for the righteous ones, or the men that are showing their faith in their works. Okay. And showing their faith by their works, and and they have faith to do the works. All right. And they trust in the Lord. And so we don't have nothing to worry about. We're waiting on the Lord to protect us. We're waiting on the Lord to come save us. All right. Our Redeemer is drawing nigh. And for you wicked, all right, his wrath and destruction is coming, okay? And salvation is coming for the righteous. All right, so with that, shalom.